John and Anna were two strangers who met on a bus trip to New York. It was a beautiful day with the sun shining bright and the birds chirping, a perfect day for a bus trip. The bus was filled with people of all ages, but John and Anna were the only ones who caught each other's eye. As John boarded the bus, rushing as always, he noticed a beautiful woman sitting at the window seat. She had a book in her hand and was engrossed in reading it. Her curly brown hair was tied up in a bun and her eyes were fixed on the pages. John took the seat next to her, and as he sat down, he couldn't help but feel drawn to her. He found himself staring at her for a few moments before she noticed him, and turned to John with a smile, and as she did, John's heart skipped a beat. Her eyes were a deep shade of blue, and her smile was warm and inviting. They introduced themselves and started chatting, and as they talked, they found they had a lot in common. John was a writer and Anna was an artist, and they both had a passion for creativity. As the bus journey continued, they continued their conversation, discussing their favorite books, movies, and music. They found they had a shared love for classical literature and old films. They laughed and joked, and John felt a strong connection to Anne. As the bus approached New York, John asked Anne if she would like to join him for a coffee. She agreed, and they stepped off the bus and walked to a nearby cafe. They sat outside, sipping their coffee and talking for hours. They talked about everything, from their childhood memories to their future plans. They shared their hopes and dreams, and John couldn't help but feel that Anne was the one for him. After their coffee, they went for a walk in Central Park. They strolled through the lush green fields, admiring the beauty of the city. They talked and laughed, and as they walked, John took Anne's hand in his. She smiled at him, and he felt a rush of happiness as they continued their walk. As the day came to an end, they both realized that they didn't want to say goodbye. They exchanged numbers and arranged to meet again soon. John felt a sense of joy and happiness he had never experienced before, and he knew that Anne was someone special. The next day, they met again and went on a tour of the city. They visited the wonderful Museum of Art, took a boat ride around beautiful Manhattan, and ate at a fancy restaurant. John and Anna were completely enthralled with each other and felt a strong bond growing between them. As the days went by, they continued to spend time together, longer and longer every day. They explored the city, took long walks, and talked for hours like time had frozen around them. They became inseparable, and John knew that Anna was the one he wanted to spend the rest of his life with. On the last day of their trip, John took her new love to the top of the Empire State Building. They looked out over the city and watched the sun set over the horizon. John took a deep breath and turned to Anna, took her hand and said, "Anna, I know we've only known each other for a short time, but I know in my heart that you're the one for me. Will you be mine forever?" Anna smiled, tears in her eyes, and said, "Yes, John, I will be yours forever. I was waiting for you my entire life." They hugged and kissed, and as they looked out over the city, they knew that their lives were forever changed. They had found each other on a bus trip to New York. John and Anne's future together was filled with love, laughter, and adventure. They continued to explore the world, visiting new places and experiencing new cultures. They wrote books and painted pictures together, sharing their love of creativity with the world. Their love continued to grow stronger with each passing day, and they often reminisced about their first meeting on the bus trip to New York. They would look back on that day with fondness and gratitude, grateful to have found each other. They got married in a beautiful ceremony surrounded by their family and friends. They exchanged vows, promising to love and cherish each other for the rest of their lives. They went on a romantic honeymoon to Paris, where they visited the Eiffel Tower and strolled along the Seine River hand in hand. Their home was filled with love and laughter, and they welcomed beautiful children into their lives. They taught their children to appreciate the beauty of life and to follow their dreams. They were the best of friends, partners, and lovers, and their love continued to grow with each passing year. Years went by, and they celebrated their golden anniversary, surrounded by their children and grandchildren. They looked back on their lives with joy and gratitude, grateful for the love they had shared and the memories they had made for all those wonderful years. They knew that their love would last a lifetime, and that their story was one of true romance like they both have dreamed of. Their love was a shining example of what true love could be. They had found each other on that bus, and their love had continued to grow and flourish, a testament to the power of fate and the beauty of true love forever.